quick video on how to do this. This is Fusion 360, not for commercial use, it's free. If you use it for commercial use, you need a license, so just so you know, if you are making something in this, you can post it on wherever you want, but you just can't ask money for it. So if you're making mods or remixes or your own thing and you want to share it, it's fine, as long as you don't make any money from it. Subsequently, anyone sharing your file also can make any money of it. So just be sure you select the right license basically when you upload something. But in short, this is free. You go to the Autodesk website and you download Fusion 360 for free. It's a bit of a heavy program for your PC, so just be sure if you are running it. I also run it on laptop just fine. You just need a bit more patience if you are doing so. So once it's installed, I'll show you how to do this. You'll basically are in this screen. On the right top you have your little spatial camera mouse thing that you can move around with left click. You have your X, Y and Z dimensions, as you can see. Currently we are in the top view, which means we are looking in the Z height. This is the height your printer usually prints on, so this is usually the view you're gonna start out with. As you can see, green, Y, X, horizontal here, red. So you click on the top and you're there. If you want to click on another, plane, you can always do that. And then this will be blue because the C height is blue, if you want to start from the side. But we're going to start from the top because you want to make a cylinder, and a cylinder you always print out vertically most of the time. So you click on the top view, you start a new sketch, and you want to make the sketch in the Y. I'm a bit sick, sorry. The XY plane. So you click on the little square that selects it. So now you can make a sketch, which is basically a 2D drawing that you can later extrude, because everything you make in a shape is basically a 2D drawing that you extrude or chunk away at a body essentially. So you select the XY plane and you're gonna start drawing, because a cylinder is basically, if you look at the base shapes from top, a circle. In this case, 2 circles. So the diameter, if you click on this side, center diameter a circle, or it's under create, it depends. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. You click on it. If you hold your mouse on it for a few seconds, it'll give you a help. Even you can ask for more help, so it will show you what you can do more with it. But if you click on it, you click on the center. Always try to start from the center. The diameter of your screw is 3.5. The diameter of your outer race that you want is about 4.75. I'll make more, so it's just easier to do for you. Let me click here. Again, 3.5. And you had another one that's probably about 4.8, you said. So it's either one, it's either 4.8 or 4.75. You can print them both out to see which one fits better. But it's important to know that, especially for things this small, it's easy for distortions to occur with the seam, for instance. It'll add a little bit of plastic on the inner side or outer side, which makes it not fit or fit too tight. So what I'm gonna do is, on the bottom here, I'm gonna add a bit of more play. So the screw is 3.5, right? And with the C-seam it's going to be a bit bigger, so I want this to be, for instance, 3.6. Maybe even 3.7, but I can make more down there. So I do 3.7. This one also 3.7. Oh, sorry, 6. There you go. This one should be 4.75. 4.75. This one also 4.7. Oh, sorry, this one is 4.8. There you go. And then the last iteration would be a bit bigger, in case this doesn't even fit. So 3.7. There you go. And then here as well, 3.7. So one of these three should fit. And if it doesn't, you have to make it maybe bigger with X and Y scaling in the slicer. Because then I can make 100 of these different types, and there'll be no end to that sense. So you can see here, this is all you want. Now as you can see, this is a 2D top view for what you want. However, you said you wanted it to be about 4 millimeters tall, right? What you then do is you select the area or surface you want to extrude. If you want to make a solid thing, you select both. If you want to make only the outer side, you select it like so. There's many things you can do, but this is just the beginning. You can split it up in multiple pieces and only extrude, for instance, the half of it, etc, etc, etc. But this is just the beginning. It's a simple cylinder. When you hold shift, you can select multiple ones. Just keep holding shift to select everything. You release shift, everything's selected. This is your sketch, right? Once everything's selected, I just clicked finish, but you should click finish beforehand, or you can do it later. Sometimes if you click finish, it unselects everything. Just reselect the faces with shift. It's really finicky sometimes, especially when you're selecting multiple things. You click on the create side here, extrude. Extrude basically means pulling it out of something to make a solid body. And you will type in the height you want, in this case 4 millimeters, as you can see here, and then enter. Now you have different sizes. You don't know which one is what, for instance. On the left side, you click on the sketches, the little drop down menu, and you click on the eye, because by default it hides it. And when you zoom in a bit, and for instance, click on the bodies, you can still see them. And to double check, you know, you can but this is fine. So to double check, you know what all the sizes are. Click finish sketch, and I will, for instance, take this one, the 4.8 by 350. Go out, I select this one, so I select the face or the side. If you click on bodies here, if I select any of the faces, like if you can see here, it'll highlight in blue that it's body 2. If I select the side here, it's body 5. Select the top, it's also body 5. Select the inside, body 1. So that way you can identify which one you have selected. In this case, I click this one, it's body 2. You select body 2 with one left click. Yeah. You go to, let's see, which one is it? Mesh. Mesh is what you usually load into your G-code to print out. This is a body. A body is basically a solid item. 3D printers don't work like that. You need a mesh, aka a pattern that a nozzle can follow in the shape to make the shape in 3D. So you click the body, which is the one you want. Be sure it's blue. Then you select 3D print. And then you, on the right side, of course, you have export selected, object 1 selected, which is blue, as you can see. You can always change it by clicking the X and select the object again. STL binary, usually you don't change this. Millimeters, obviously, because you design everything in millimeters. You don't have to preview it. Don't touch this. That's a bit of a finaglement, so don't touch that. And once it's selected, you click on OK. And you can call it something such as M3.5 by 4.8 millimeter sleeve. Name it something that makes sense, right? STL, keep that. Don't worry about this. Be sure you save it at a place you know where to save it. In this case, I'll put it in my download folder. Be sure it's an STL file. Save. And that's that. It should take a few seconds. It's really quick, actually. And for the same thing, I can do it with everything. So I select the second one. Export. You can only export one at a time unless you have the paid version, I believe. So again, select it. It's the right one. Okay. And then this one is M3.5 by 3.75 millimeters sleeve. Yeah. And then these ones are, for instance, the, I'll just do them all. Okay. M3.6, I believe, by 4.75 millimeter sleeve. Save. And this is the 4.8 one. There you go. This is the other one. Okay. This is 7 by 75. Save. Then this is the last one. 7 by 3.8. I mean. Okay. So now these are all STLs. As you can see here, they're all saved here. So you can open them in like Querry, for instance. That's what I use. This you should always save. So let's say save here, and you call it M3.5 sleeve 4mm tall. Yeah. Enter. Now it's saved. To find your saved files, you click on the left top here, and you can open them in your saved folders, or you click on this data panel here, and it shows you your editable documents, and you can select them. Loading can sometimes take a while. Once it's saved, always save, by the way, always save at every step you can do, because if it crashes against a high demand program, your data is gone, so always save. So now you have the export. To share your file, instead, like for instance, if someone else wants to open it, you for instance want to open this file, you go on the left top here and you click on export, you give it a good name, and you scroll down here to step file. Step is usually the more universal file. And save it in a location that makes sense. Export. So basically, if I were you and I would send this to you, you can click on open. Open from my computer. Don't worry about the memes. And then go to the download that you have. And you can see here, you can open the step file, and someone would see exactly this. And you can edit it and modify it to your liking. And that's about it. So I can close this now. I don't have to save it because I don't need it. And you can open the file on your own PC to edit it if you need it. So this is the Querry I use. Then I go to the file. I can open all of them step by step, as you can see. And these are all the different ones you can print. I would print them out, in a specific order. If you click on it, you can see which one is which. And I would print them out from left to right, from smallest to biggest, so you know which one you're printing and which one fits. And if it fits, you just print X amount of those you need. If it doesn't fit, and it's none of these, for instance, but this one is, let's say, the closest, you can always just click on it. On the left side here, in Querry, I'm not sure about other programs, you can go down here to scaling, and you click on snap scaling, which should disable uniform scaling. Uniform scaling basically means if I make this, one-on-one, it takes everything, and you don't want that sometimes, because for instance you want the height to stay 4mm, so you turn off uniform scaling and you only change the X and Y. Involved, and you can't have a lopsided circle. As you can see here, it's more like an oval, so just be sure you make that the same. You can slice it and you print it out, and you can see. What I do recommend though is you either printing it out on a as is, right? It can usually work, but if it detaches from your build bed, because this is a pretty small surface area, you can always add either a brim, which I don't recommend because it adds a little edge, but you can also print out a raft, which basically, as you can see here, some models, which basically gives it a little base. You can make the raft, of course, not this big. You can make the raft, let's see, 5mm or something. As you can see, like so, or even less actually. And basically it gives you a little plateau to print on. but the raft itself will be firmly attached to your bed, and the plastic has more chance to attach to the filament that it's made from, right? So if it does come off easily without a raft, just with a skirt, then do it like so. That's about it, and hopefully you enjoy, learn something, and well, have fun with it. There's other CAD programs. This isn't the be all end all. This is just what I am used to, and yeah, it works for me. So enjoy.